Here's an exclusive for you lot. Let me present to you Meghan Markle's biggest lie that she told about her brand in her new podcast interview with Emma Grede. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose The Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because I've got an exclusive for you lot. Let me present to you Meghan Markle's biggest lie that she told about her brand as ever in her new podcast interview with Emma Grede. I'm going to play this clip right here, and then I'm going to dive into why, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, this is the biggest lie that she told about her brand. Now, all thanks goes to Royally Sage at Sage1411 for sharing this clip. Make sure you are following Royally Sage, because as far as I'm concerned, they share the best blind items. Anywho, let's hear a little bit of a Megsy lie, shall we?
Truth be told, I had just been making a lot of jams and preserves at home and sharing them as holiday gifts with a lot of friends. And it was one morning, beginning of the new year, so many friends at the same time had texted saying, I don't know what it is, but your jams just make me so happy. And I thought maybe that's the thing, because I do believe it was probably more obvious to a lot of people that I would get into fashion or beauty.
No doubt.
That seemed like the natural inclination.
Oh, and it was the natural inclination. Furthermore, she did want to get into beauty and fashion. Think about it. A couple of months ago, Megsy released her wedding edit on her Instagram store, which, as you can see right here, was full of Christian Dior makeup goodies. So colour me totally surprised when I got this notification from the St. Meghan Markle Reddit page confirming that, yeah, her wedding shop is gone, and so are a lot of her original posts. And when I had to go and look for myself, yeah, that shop is not there anymore. All that Christian Dior makeup that she tried to associate herself with and sell, it's all been taken down. The thing is, though, Meghan's thirst for Dior fashion goes back years. She wore this infamous maternity dress on a royal tour whilst part of the family back in 2019. Here's the headline from Express. Meghan Markle spent £99,000 on a Dior outfit in Morocco, but she's never worn it since. And, you know, here's the nearly 100 grand Dior dress in existence right here that you can see. Now, she even got Prince Harry to wear the label of Dior that you can see right here. Dior shared this picture of Prince Harry attending the coronation of King Charles a couple of years ago, wearing one of their suits. Now, after Megxit, there were rumours that Megsy was close to getting a deal with Dior. Now, I've always wondered who actually put those rumours out there, because within 24 hours, I remember them getting shot down by Dior themselves. Or through sources, let's say. But let's not kid ourselves. Dior shot those rumours down quicker than you can say Megsy's a liar. Now, after the humiliation of being rejected publicly by Dior, Megsy went into recovery mode. Because in the press, sources were then saying, oh, she was so disappointed that she didn't get the deal and is so desperate for the endorsement. Here's Megsy going into recovery mode. And perhaps she's continuing that recovery mode right here in this clip, saying that she was all for getting into makeup and fashion. But Jams, you know what? They just beat out makeup and fashion, because Jams, they made her friends and her family happier. Question for you lot. Is anyone falling for this BS? Because I know I'm not. Because when you look through the years, right, of Megsy as far as I'm concerned, being absolutely thirsty to try and break into not only the beauty world, but also as well the fashion world, specifically Dior for some reason. You gotta wonder. When Megxie turns round and says, well, you know, the natural inclination was for me just to slide into fashion and beauty, but instead I slided into jams instead because, you know, jam's me jam. Yeah, is anyone falling for this BS? To me, this is Megxie continuing on recovery mode. After the humiliation of being rejected publicly by the beauty and fashion world, they don't want anything to do with her whatsoever. In my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. The big massive fashion houses and the big massive beauty houses that Megxie's aiming for, well, they're all closing the door on her. They're all closing the door on her very swiftly, very fast indeed. And they're not stuttering when they're doing it, that's for damn certain. Maybe, just maybe, right? The reality of the situation is this. Megxie tried to get into the beauty and fashion world, tried to get those worlds to accept her, but they turned round and told her to F off. So she had to scramble to figure out some other way to try and make money and to try and create a brand. And she comes up with this cock and bull story about her jams. And I say cock and bull story because she's turning around in that clip and she's essentially saying, you know, her friends and family are so impressed with her jams because her jams make them so, so happy. Okay. Well, since Megxie released her jams, or should I say spreads, because she can't call it jams and she can't even call it preserves. So maybe jam's not a jam after all. But ever since Megxie released her spreads through her brand, have you seen any of the reviews? I have. 99.9% of the reviews of these jams that I've seen, they're not making people happy at all. They're making people hurl. They're making people feel sick. The consistency, the taste, the whole lot. Her spreads have been absolutely savaged over with the critics and with people that have reviewed them. Yet, Megxie with a straight face says in this interview right here that her friends and family have turned around and said that her spreads make them happy. Well, at least the type of spread that Megxie provides is making some people happy. If rumours are to be believed, Megxie apparently has experience with spreads and spreading. Who knows, right? But going around full circle, she dared in this clip turn round and say that the natural inclination was to go into the beauty and fashion world, but instead she went into jams, or spreads technically, right? Because the spreads made her friends and family happy. No, this is spin as far as I'm concerned. This is the biggest lie that she told about her brand in this new podcast interview. She didn't go in as spreads because it made her friends and family happy. Again, look at the reviews of her spreads. It's not making the majority of her buyers happy. That is for damn certain when you look at the reviews. No, she went into the spreads because she was so thirsty to get into the fashion and the beauty world, and they turned round and told her to piss off. With that being said, you guys, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you guys think to this exclusive and Megxie's biggest lie that she told about her brand in this new podcast interview? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so, so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.